All right, Coach Mincy, big overtime win tonight, exciting win. What does that mean for you guys to pick this one up, even if it is in overtime?
You know what? We had some spots where I felt like a lot of our guys grew tonight, just as far as being able to handle tough situations. Obviously, go to overtime, not the way we want it, but at the same time, it's always good to get a win.
5 double-digit scores for you guys, something you guys talk about that you don't really care who it comes from as long as it comes from the committee. Is that kind of what you want to see from the team?
Yeah, we just talk about, being able to understand who we are, understand the situation. We have multiple guys who, we always talk about winning by committee, understand their roles, understand what they're supposed to do. And so it was a collective effort tonight. At times we didn't know where the offense coming from, and I felt like every 4 minutes a different dude was showing up. And so it's awesome just to see it. You always want to learn after a win more so than a loss. So.
Coach, big win tonight, but the prior 5 games were on the road. What did you see from your team during that 5-game stretch? Some highs, some lows. What were your major takeaways?
You know what? I felt like it was at times you feel like it was a away game, right? Because we're not used to shooting in Swisher, and I feel like the opposing team was used to it, the way they shot it from 3. And so it was good just to be back home, get a win. Obviously, our fans understanding the situation that we have on the road. Our guys are well traveled, but at the same time, we played an extremely hard schedule. And so for us, it was good to get a light opponent at home on our home court, but at the same time, we got a lot of areas in which we got to clean up.
Yeah, you talked about it. You guys were one of the leaders in the country in terms of 3-point defense. Today they come in, they go 7 of 8 in the first half. What was the message to the team and how to respond?
Well, the first message was probably in the hallway to my staff to say we got to do a better job. And if we don't do a better job, we got to make some changes. 2, I got to do a better job and just make sure I hold people accountable. We have a rule where we say close the touch, and I don't think we closed the touch not one time tonight, especially when those guys started to get hot. You had multiple guys that hit. You see Antonio Baker, 2 for 2. You got another guy, Caleb Washington, was 4 for 4. And so, once I look at the film, I want to check out and see how many times they shot that over a hand that was lifted. So.
Just emotionally, how do you guys kind of take this and build on it? And obviously going away from Swisher again, how do you kind of take that on the road yet again this season?
When you got to win, you always feel that emotional high, right? And I told our guys, make sure you celebrate the win. Whether it's 1 point or it's 20, obviously you just want the result. And for us, it wasn't a very clean game. I felt like we started the game off doing well, and then I just felt like once we kind of made a couple changes, especially with our roster, we just had to dip. And so we always talk about having extreme depth, and a lot of our guys who we believe in we felt like maybe they didn't have the opportunity tonight to show us. But you look at a guy like Jordan, who didn't play last game, hasn't been really playing, and he's a guy who's been in the gym, been focused, and he comes out and gives us 7 and 4. And I told him the biggest thing he did is he was 3 for 3 from the free throw line. And then we look at the box score, we went by 3 points. So all 3 of those free throws were huge. And so we got to go back to the drawing board, try to work on our depth a little bit, try to get more guys involved. But at the same time, just glad we got the win.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate you guys.